Turning now to the war in Ukraine and to Kyiv, where emergency crews have been responding to a massive overnight attack. The city's mayor said multiple districts of the capital were impacted with fires and scattered debris. So far, at least one person has been reported dead and 15 others wounded. For the very latest, let's cross now to Ukraine and speak to our correspondent Gulliver Cragg. Gulliver, what more can you tell us about what happened overnight?
Well, it was a very loud night. We heard explosions for a long period. The first ones came shortly after France scored its first goal against Ukraine in that 4-0 defeat, interrupting what had been up till that point a reasonably agreeable evening for residents of the capital. Kyiv is made up of 10 districts. According to Vitaly Klitschko, the mayor, 9 of them have been affected by the overnight attack. We don't know yet whether there were any actual hits on target, if you like, among these residential, administrative and medical buildings that have been damaged. Judging by the photos, it looks more to me like these are the results of fragments of drones that were shot down by the Ukrainian air defenses that have caused damage but haven't destroyed whole sections of the buildings, as we see sometimes when there are missiles that hit buildings or when drones hit directly. But nevertheless, as you said, one person killed, 15 people injured, among them a pregnant woman and a child.
Meanwhile, Gulliver, Volodymyr Zelensky has been speaking to Germany's Chancellor Friedrich Merz on the phone, and Merz told him he needs to keep men of fighting age in Ukraine. That's after Germany saw an influx of young Ukrainian men. Has there been any reaction to that in Ukraine?
Well, there was reaction already in Ukraine when Volodymyr Zelensky announced in August that he would be authorizing men aged from 18 to 22 to leave the country. Among a large section of the population, that was a popular decision, particularly men aged 18 to 22 and their parents. But a lot of other people were very skeptical, saying this is going to lead to a mass exodus. The government said it wouldn't, but the results are already in. More than 100,000 men in that age group have left the country since they were authorized to do so. I remind you that in 2022, when the full-scale invasion started, men from 18 to 60 were banned from leaving the country under martial law. As soon as those rules were eased, a lot of men took the opportunity to leave, and a lot of people in Ukraine would agree with Friedrich Merz, saying there is a problem with the sources of manpower for the army. Among those speaking out about it is also Vitaly Klitschko, the mayor of Kyiv, and a political rival to Volodymyr Zelensky. So there's certainly quite a animated debate about this in Ukraine, whether that was the right decision. But of course, what could be done now? I don't think it would be very popular for the government to suddenly reverse it. And what incentives for men to come back? Well, in terms of financial resources, well-paying jobs, there's only so much Ukraine can offer. But there is certainly a feeling that whether it's for the armed forces or for the economy in general, people leaving is a problem. And when foreign countries, including Germany, reduce benefits paid to Ukraine, to Ukrainians living there, that might not be popular among the Ukrainians directly concerned, but the government in Ukraine tends to welcome those decisions because they don't want there to be too much incentivization of Ukrainians to move abroad.
All right, Gulliver, thank you, as always, for your insight and updates. That's our correspondent, Gulliver Cragg, reporting there from Kyiv.